guys, it's your Gothic Sexy Queen. Before we start this video, we're gonna start it with a little message, and you're about to see that little message in a second. This message is directed to the person that this video is going to be about, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to grab some soda, some popcorn, because this is another story time. This is part 2 to Toxic and Jealous. So, hope you guys enjoy. Toxic, jealous. So I hope you enjoy part 2 because I know you saw part 1. Now, here's a little message for you. If you're gonna sit there and talk shit about me with people, make sure you also tell them about the shit that you've done to me, the shit you put me through. And by the way, you don't have to worry about your money because soon you're going to get that money back. I'm gonna make sure I get it back to you. So you don't have to worry about that. On another note, if you're gonna talk shit about me, don't forget to put out there that you threatened me and that you also said that you was gonna call animal control on me with no proof that you have, that I neglect my animals. My animals are well taken care of. On the other hand, I never called ACS on you. My man did, and we have proof that you physically and emotionally hurt your kids and neglect your kids. So if anybody has proof, we do, because we see that you physically, emotionally, and mentally neglect your children. So if anybody has proof of that, it would be us. You have no proof that I physically, mentally, or emotionally neglect my animals. My animals have food, cat litter, and they go to the vet. So, yeah. But if you're gonna sit there and talk shit about me to people, make sure you also tell them that you did shit to me too. Don't just try to make yourself the innocent person, because you're not. I know that my man was wrong to call ACS on you. And I will take the fault for that. And he will take the fault for that. But I did not call. But you should also take the fault that you said he was gonna call animal control and that you threatened me. Don't make yourself the innocent person in the situation just because you want. What I'm trying to say is, if you're gonna talk shit about me and you're gonna tell people the situation, tell the people the full situation. Don't just tell people what you want them to hear because you want them to like you and you want them to see what you've done for me. Yes, you did a lot for me and I did a lot for you. But I'm not just gonna sit here and tell people what I did for you and say that, oh, you didn't do anything for me. And I'm gonna sit here and tell people all the bad shit that you've done for me. No, I'm gonna sit here, and if I'm gonna tell someone a story, I'm gonna tell them the whole story, not just what I want them to hear. So, like I said before, if you're gonna talk shit about me, please tell the people that you talk to the whole entire story, not just bits and pieces of the story. Don't tell the people just what you want them to hear. Tell them the whole entire story. Hey everyone, it is your Gothic Sexy Queen here, back with another lit, fire, video. With no further ado, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button, that post notification bell button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family and anybody else you guys think that will enjoy this video. Don't forget to add me on all my social media links. They'll all be linked down in the description below. Here's that black shadow so I can explain to you guys what this video is going to be about. Hey you guys, so it's your Gothic Sexy Queen. For this video, go get yourself some popcorn and some soda because it's going to be a part 2 to my story time about Toxic, Jealous, Mr. Whip, and their kids. I have like at least 6 requests to do a part 2, so I'm gonna do a part 2. At least 6 people hit me up to do a part 2. They asked me if there was anything else that I was leaving out, and that they would like to see a part 2 to any other situations that I went through with these people. So part 2, here we go. Hey you you guys. So I've been getting tons and tons of requests asking me about Toxic Jealous and talking to me about the situation, and people stating that they would like a part 2 because they felt that I was very distracted in the first part, and they feel like I forgot about a lot of details, and that yeah. So I do in fact have a part 2 for you guys, and I did in fact leave out a lot of details. Oh my god, I hope I never go through something like this. This was even worse than the situation I went through last year with Toxic, because that only took over about basically 2 videos. But this, I don't even think that I don't think that the video that I made of Toxic was a 2-hour video. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, I don't remember. But here we go. Okay, so if you guys remember, the husband was named Mr. Whip, and the female in the situation was named Toxic Jealous. So when Toxic Jealous used to come over to our house, a lot of times my fiance used to cook for her kids. She didn't want to cook for her kids. A lot of the times when me and my fiance used to go to her house, my fiance would have to cook for her kids. And my fiance would have to cook for her kids when she used to come here. That's no problem. You're my guest. We can cook for you. That's no problem. Like, I'm gonna cater to my guests. So my fiance would have to cook for Sweet Baby Curls. Sweet Baby Curls is the 2-year-old. Sweet Baby Curls has a lot of food allergies. So my fiance would have to cook 2 different pots of food. My fiance would have to cook plain white rice for Sweet Baby Curls with no seasoning in the pork chops or anything. And then he would have to cook for 5 other people. Wait, me, him, Mr. Whip, 6 other people he would have to cook for. He would have to cook for 6 other people. Me, himself, Mr. Whip, Miss Beautiful and Curious, Toxic Jealous, and Mr. Energizer Bunny, the 1-year-old. And he would have to cook, that is 6 people that he's cooking for. Literally 6 people. And when I had my kid, that is 8 plates of food that my man has to slay over the kitchen. I just heard from a private source that she's still talking shit about me. She's putting shit on my name, and that she saw the video. Hi, Toxic Jealous, if you're watching. Thank you. Appreciate the views, because that's what you're doing. You're helping me bring up my views. Thank you for the revenue, girl. Love ya. Not really. But anyways, thanks for the revenue. So happy you're enjoying my videos. So she would never want to cook for her kids. Even when we would go over to her house, she would get so tired, and she would even ask my man, Joey, can you cook today? I don't feel like cooking today. Joey, can you cook for Beautiful and Curious, and like, you know, like I'll defrost something for you to like cook for them. There were times where we would get there. We wouldn't even get there till like 10:30 p.m. and Beautiful, Curious, and Sweet Baby Curls didn't even eat yet. They probably eat like an apple and orange, because she wanted my man to cook. She didn't want to cook. And there were times that we got there sometimes at 9:30, and he wouldn't finish the food until like 11. And I'm so happy that now she has to get off her lazy ass and cook, because now she missed out, and she lost Mr. Gourmet Chef, because that's what we're gonna call him, because he cooked for literally 7 to 8 people. So yeah, there is this thing out there called Home Chef. Go look it up, okay, girl? Yeah. They do this thing called 311 meals, which she referred me to, and they're awesome. And they only eat that. She only cooks about twice a month, and that's because Beautiful and Curious does not like her mom's cooking. Beautiful and Curious likes my man's cooking better than her mom's cooking. And they don't even feed Beautiful and Curious a lot. Beautiful and Curious is a 7-year-old growing child. They do not feed her. They do not feed her at all. Like, they feed her, but it's like they fucking starve her. They make her share everything with her baby sister. everything. Literally everything. Rice, chicken. And her baby sister, Sweet Baby Curls, she could have eaten already. Literally ate a whole bowl of rice. They give the 7-year-old their food, and the 7-year-old is like, I don't want to share. Like, she ate already. And they're like, share. That's why you have a sister. You have to share. But how come when Sweet Baby Curls was eating, Sweet Baby Curls didn't have to share? What? Is it like a double standard? I also feel that Toxic Jealous loves Sweet Baby Curls better than Beautiful and Curious, due to the fact that Toxic Jealous still has a crush on Textbooks, on Mr. Textbooks, which is Sweet Baby Curls' father. Toxic Jealous has explained to me that there's times where Textbooks is talking to her, and he starts talking Spanish to her, and they just start talking. They start talking. There was a time where she told me that they were talking, and there were times where she said that she wanted to leave Mr. Whip to go out with Textbooks, because Textbooks makes her feel so good and makes her feel like a woman and turns her on and stuff like that. That's all things that she had told me, and I told her that I was going to keep it on the down low because me and her were friends. But girl, we're no longer friends. So you know what it's time for? Expose City. Yes, Expose City. Because I don't expose all my friends that I have beef with, but if you're going to expose me and put my name out there in a bad nature, when all I did for you is good shit, then I'm going to put your name out there in a bad nature to tell everybody how bad of a mother you are, how bad of a wife you are, and how bad of a friend you are. I've told people, you do not want to get on my bad side, because if you get on my bad side, trust and believe me, you will not like it at all. At all. I'm a very nice person, and I go out of my way for people. But if you're going to disrespect me and do me wrong, and once I drop you and I put my foot down, you're going to start talking shit, putting my name out there in a negative way, then I'm going to put your name out there in a negative way. And everything you told me is going to go out there. Going to go out there. So yeah, Beautiful and Curious always had to share her food all the time. There was a time where Beautiful and Curious woke up her parents, and I know this because Toxic Jealous just called me, and it was literally like 12:30, and they told me that Beautiful and Curious has been up since 10, and Beautiful and Curious goes to them and says, I'm hungry. I've been up since 10 o'clock, and they told her to go get an apple. She was hungry since 10. They woke up at 12:30, and they told her to go get an apple. And Toxic Jealous screamed at her daughter and said, you are so selfish. Go eat the apple before I don't give you anything to eat for the rest of the day. And I was just like, whoa, like, girl, like, your daughter's hungry. I understand you just woke up, but, like, you could tell her, oh, eat the apple, and then I'll, let me wake up, and then I'll feed you a nice hot meal. But, it's understandable that, you can't cook, so you can't provide your kids with nice hot meals unless it's 311 meals. So it's understandable. Yeah. It's also understandable that you're jealous because my man can cook and your man can just cook up a controller with a system. Controller plus system. That's your man's meal. That's all he plays all day. That's what he's a chef at. Playing games and having sex. And my man can cook and your man cannot. So it's understandable why you're jealous and why you're pissed off and why you're mad that you no longer have me as a friend. In reality, I know you're going to come up in my inbox somehow and say, oh, but your man hit me up today. Yes, my man hit you up today because I can't hit you up. Because I have a case on you. So I can't hit you up. So my man did it for me. And yes, my man got a phone. I let my man get a phone because I'm not my man's PO. So I let my man get a phone. And my man has a job soon too. And so do I. So we're both going to be working. So it seems like everything I set out to be doing, I'm doing it. And I'm so happy that I am going to be able to go get friends, get to know new people, and people are going to get to know the new me. The me that because of you is no longer going to be really, really nice to people until I get to know them. And I'm not going to go out of my way for people anymore because of the experience I've had with you. So thank you. Thank you. So yeah, there were times where me and my man would have to leave our home like 8 o'clock to go cook for them because they wanted to eat. There were times where me and my man, we were getting ready for bed, or we were just like resting and chilling. And she was like, oh, I'm bored and I don't feel like cooking, or oh, we don't want to eat out today, or like I don't really feel like heating anything up in the oven and stuff like that. So like, can you guys come over? And hi Gia, can you guys come over and I can defrost the meat and Joey could cook. And because I was so kind and I wanted to make sure that her children eat, I said fine. Yes, we can go over. So my man could cook for you. So yes. By this time, everybody should already know who I'm talking about. The person already knows who I'm talking about. And I'm so happy that she saw my other video. And I hope she sees this video. And yeah. Let me think. Was there anything else? They used to hit their kids in front of me. They used to do a lot of crap to their kids in front of me. She is in my video, you guys. Hi, mamas. A lot. And so there were times where I would be sitting on my man's lap, and Mr. Whip used to ask my man, hey, Joey, can you come with me to the store? Can you come with me back to, to Queens? And it was a time where my man left. I think there was actually twice where my man left at around like 1:30 in the night and didn't come back until like 4:30 because Toxic Jealous couldn't sleep without her onesie one time. She had like a dinosaur purple onesie and she couldn't sleep without it. So Mr. Whip and my man had to go back to the house to get it. Also, they forgot their blanket. So instead of waking their kids up and leaving the fuck out of my house, she made my man and her man go and get her onesie and the blanket. When in fact I also had like little tiny blankets that they could borrow, and they had that day, like they had no problem using. And I'm pretty sure, right, Toxic Jealous, you over there talking to people and telling people that I used you for money, but you don't tell people that I took $240 and bought you guys a mattress. Yeah, you don't mention that, because, toxic people don't mention anything that the people do for them. They just mention the shit. So that's nice. That's nice. But you're going to get your money back. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There were times where, she put me through a lot of shit. I was getting sick and tired of Mr. Whip asking my man to leave and go and go back to the house with him or go to the store. So there was a time where I was sitting on my man's lap, and at this time my man already knew that it bothered me because I told my man that it was bothering me. So at this time, I was sitting on my man's lap, and Mr. Whip had to go back to the house because there was somebody that was installing a gate in the house. So because Mr. Whip didn't want to go alone, because I guess he was scared to walk in the light, because it was literally light outside. It was not even dark. It was like probably like 1 in the afternoon at this point. And he left like he left around 1. And he was like, can Joey come with me? And I said, no, he can't. And they said, oh, Joey has a PO. And I was like, no, no, he doesn't have a PO, but I don't want him to leave. And they just left it at that. But at that point, I was just getting sick and tired that Mr. Whip, because Mr. Whip didn't want to do things by himself, was asking my man to come with him. Because I know that before me and my man was in the situation, Mr. Whip used to go and do things alone. Whenever Toxic Jealous used to send Mr. Whip to the store, he used to go by himself. He didn't have a friend going with him, so he can go by himself even with having a friend. My fiance has explained to me that he misses Mr. Whip, and I told him if a situation ever comes to situation that Mr. Whip and you ever come to a realization that y'all want to be friends or whatever, you could do that. That's fine. But me and Toxic's friendship, we are done. I don't want to know about her. I don't want to hear about her. I don't care about her. And after I give her money and after I put this video up, that's gonna be, I'm wiping my hands, I'm wiping the slate, I'm wiping the table with her. I am through. I am done. I am so happy that she's out of my life because now I can do so much with my life. I can meet new friends. I can do me. Do me. And I'm so happy because now I don't have to be held down. And for all your friends out there, Toxic Jealous, for all your new friends that you're planning on making, I hope they know that you are toxic. And I hope they know that the time limit to be your friend is only 2 to 3 months. And then they're going to start getting tired of your shit. Because you will never have a friend as long as me and Maxine's been friends. Me and Maxine has been friends for over almost 10 years going in 2 months. You can never hold a friendship down for 10 years because you are toxic, you are too jealous, and also you don't like women around your man because you're jealous that your man's gonna flirt with the women. The only type of women you could probably have around your man is not jealous women, but ugly women. Ugly women. Women that you know that's not your man's type. And I'm pretty sure those are the type of friends you're gonna have. Women that you know that's not your man's type. Because you know I'm slim and I'm cute and I'm thick in some areas. You were jealous of me. And it's okay. I get it. I'm pretty. I get it. I'm going to focus on me. Me, my job, my relationship, my animals, and my apartment searching. Which is going pretty well, if I should say so myself. Yeah. So there was also another situation that made me feel uncomfortable around Toxic Jealous. She was talking to me about her grandfather, and we're gonna call him Peffy because he's a pedophile. And that is something she told me. I also heard her talking to her sister and explaining to her sister. Well, actually, her sister explaining to her that that's the reason why nobody brings their kids around him because I guess Toxic Jealous she left me one time with her man, my man, and her and a Treasure Bunny at the house because she took Sweet Baby Curls and Pretty and Curious to see Mr. Pedophile, Mr. Peffy, and yeah. So, Mr. Peffy lives near Coney Island. So she was explaining that Mr. Peffy is completely blind and that Mr. Peffy is a pedophile. But I was also hearing one time when she was speaking to her sister here that her sister, I don't know what she told her sister, but I heard her sister say, and that's the reason why nobody brings their kids around him. I'm guessing maybe Mr. Peffy did something to one of Toxic Jealous's kids that made Toxic Jealous feel uncomfortable. So Toxic Jealous told her sister, and her sister replied with that. There was also a point where Toxic Jealous was explaining to Mr. Peffy, her grandfather, about me. Now, why was she doing that? I have no idea. At this point, I feel like she was trying to set me up to get hurt or something from her grandfather. I don't know what was her intentions with doing that, But she told Mr. Peffy, her grandfather, that I'm blind and that I live in a big apartment, that I have cats, what school that I went to, where did I live before Manhattan, where was I born at, where was I raised at. And I just felt like very uncomfortable that you know that your grandfather is a pedophile and that he likes young girls. Why are you answering all these questions that he's asking you? The proper response to that would be, Grandpa, she's too young. And this is very inappropriate. She's, her age is, I'm going to keep her age confidential because it's uncomfortable to me and her to leak out her age and any information to any of your questions that you're asking. I felt like if she was going to respond to him, that would have been the correct response. Now that we're no longer friends, you want to sit there and call me ugly? No, sweetheart, I'm not the ugly one. You're the one that is fat. You're the one that looks like a gorilla. You're the one that looks like a cow. So if anybody's ugly, it's you. Because I'm not ugly. Nowhere am I ugly. I am gorgeous, sexy, beautiful, pretty, all over. But, it's because your next friend is probably going to be in my inbox telling me all the bullshit you're telling them. I feel very bad for your next friends. Your next few friends or your next group of friends or whatever. I feel so bad for them. And I wish them well. I also wish that maybe I can send them some ibuprofen because they're going to need it with all the headaches that they're going to get with you. And if anybody's ugly, it's you. And it's so funny how you want to sit there and call me ugly when in reality you didn't want me to wear certain type of clothing because you thought that your man was staring at me. Yeah. It's always the insecure ones that want to try to bring down the ones that are secure. You are a bully. And I know people like you. Toxic, jealous. You're not going to stop until you bring me down to these little tiny crumbs. Because you want me to feel so down. You want me to fall so down on earth that I'm depressed and that you're always on my mind. And no, that's not how it's going to be. Because if you're on my mind, obviously you're going to feel like you won. And I'm too grown for that. I am too mature to reach your level of immaturity. And I'm going to do now is this is the last time that I'm going to even waste time putting you on my channel and making a whole entire video about the situation. I wanted to do a part 2 because I wanted to talk about the neglect that you do to your children. And I also want to tell you that I did not call ACS on you. Joey called ACS on you and your kids. I walked away and I was away without my cell phone for 10 to 12 minutes in the bathroom, handling business, because I was on my menstrual. And it was time for me to change my pad. So I don't know what he told the cops within those 10 to 12 minutes that I was not there. What I know is that the cops did ask us, with me there, if we have any concerns of how you parent your children. And I said no. And Joey said yes. So they wanted Joey to explain what are his concerns with parenting your children. So there you go. You finally know who called ACS on you. You finally know. It wasn't me. Yep, it was my man. Just because you're alone, your man don't show you attention, your kids don't like you, does not mean you can sit there and try to start drama. You have time to sit on your ass to start drama, but you don't have time to spend time with your kids. Funny. Really funny. The time that you spend trying to make drama with people is the time that you should spend trying to spend time with your children. Your 3 kids. It's funny to me how you want another kid, but all you want to do is just put your name in drama and belittle other people. And if I needed to grow up, trust and believe, sweetheart, my man would have told me. Because my man is 28 years old. And my man would have told me this probably at 19 or 20, that I needed to grow up and that he didn't want to date a child. He wanted to date a woman. And the difference between me and you, sweetheart, is you're the child. I'm the woman. Because I know when to put my shit aside, my insecurities aside, and let my man do shit for himself. You don't want to let your man work because you're scared that your man's going to find someone more beautiful than you, more gentle than you, someone that's not going to put her hands on him, someone that's going to respect him physically and emotionally, and that's what you're scared of. Because you know how you treat Mr. Whip. You know how you put your hands on him and how you talk to him. And you know that as soon as he probably finds someone that's better than you, he's going to start drifting apart and distancing himself from you. And that's what you're scared of. And that's why you won't let him work. If you want me to be real with you, I'm going to be real with you. Because I know you watch my videos. And I'm so happy because I'm getting that cha-ching from your views. But I know I'm beautiful. And I know that you know that I'm beautiful. And I know that you're jealous. So it's okay. It's really okay. You can be jealous. You can talk shit. It's fine. You're gonna get your money. And this is gonna be over. You're gonna keep my name out your mouth. And I'm gonna keep my name out your mouth. And we're gonna end this. Because I am sick and tired of this. I am done. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, I am finished. I am done. I wish we never met. I wish that I would have listened to E. Dominican when E. Dominican told me not to be your friend. And when E. Dominican told me that you're a drama and you're just full of drama. Listen to her. And by the way, you hear that noise in the background? That's the noise of my man cooking for me. But you know, you don't know that noise because you don't hardly cook. So you wouldn't know what it sounds like for a spoon to hit the pot. That's my man cooking for me. Yeah. So have fun with you and your baby fathers, you know, and all, you know, and your little crushes on all your baby fathers. You will never, ever have a good relationship with Mr. Whip. Because at the end of the day, in order to have a good relationship with your current person, you can't be having crushes on your ex-lovers. That's just something you can't do. And also, I feel that the reason why Pretty and Curious, your 7-year-old daughter, doesn't get all the love and attention is because you don't have a relationship with her father. You don't have a crush on her father. You don't like you don't like Beautiful and Curious's father as much as you like Sweet Baby Curls' father. You told me that Beautiful and Curious's father sexually assaulted you, and that's why you don't like him. You also told me that when he sexually assaulted you, and I'm being serious, I'm just putting this out there. You told me that when that happened, that your lover that you're still in love with to this day, Oliver, broke up with you, and that's why you know, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why you hate Beautiful and Curious, because Beautiful and Curious is a reminder of your ex-lover that you still love. And that's why Beautiful and Curious will never be loved just like you love Sweet Baby Curls. And the only reason why you love Sweet Baby Curls so much is because of the father that she has. And also because I feel like you're scared of Sweet Baby Curls' father because you know how he is. And you know he don't take shit from anyone. And you know if you talk to his daughter a type of way, if you put your hand on his daughter, even though that's 50% your daughter, 50% his daughter, you know that he's going to come down from where he is and give you a piece of his mind. On top of that, I feel like you treat Sweet Baby Curls better than you treat Beautiful and Curious because you have a crush and you still have feelings for Sweet Baby Curls' father. Because you have admitted that to me on multiple occasions. Actually, 4 occasions you admit to me that you still have a crush on textbooks, and that you still feel that you and textbooks have a connection, and that you still feel that textbooks likes you, but he doesn't want to tell you that he likes you. And that you also told me that Mr. Whip has walked in on you talking to textbooks. You guys will never have a normal relationship, because Mr. Rip is always going to be thinking that you're talking to textbooks or to Oliver, and that you love them and that you want to go back out with them. And the truth is, toxic jealous, you do, and you know you do, because you told me, and you just got exposed. So I hope Mr. Whip sees this, because Mr. Whip, you're not going to be toxic and jealous only lover. You're not. You'll never be her number one. I'm sorry to put that out there. Did I say I was sorry? Oh wait, no, sorry. Not sorry. Because I'm exposing and I don't feel bad. Because you want to talk shit? I can talk shit too. I'm the queen of talking shit. I am the queen of exposing. You really don't want to get me on my bad side. You don't. And I tell people this all the time. And I also want to say, nobody wants your $80 pack and play bed that you have for Energizer Bunny. Nobody wants that bed. You left that bed here at my house. You chose to leave it. You chose to leave it. And I want to elaborate on this because I just feel like it needs to be said. You left your kid's bed at my house. And then you wanted to do a loyalty test. And then state that you're going to call a police escort because me and my man said that we were exhausted. We didn't get home until like 8 o'clock that day. And we went to go see 2 apartments that day. And I told you the day before that we were going to go see 2 apartments. So, because you're entitled and because it's your bed that you left at my house, you wanted us to go back to our house and pick it up when we weren't even home yet. No, you got to learn, sweetheart, that not everything's going to go your way. It's your bed that you spend money on, but you should have never left it at my house in the first place. I wish the people that you meet and the friends that you make, I wish them luck, because they're going to need it with you. All the loyalty tests you do to make sure that they're loyal, to make sure that they stay by your side, they're going to need it, because they're going to get sick of your bullshit just like I got sick of your bullshit, sweetheart. Me and my fiance's kid is 3 years old. He literally weighs about 55 pounds. And on top of that, our kid is about 4.5 inches tall. Our kid cannot fit in your $80 pack and play. Okay? That's 1. 2, me and my fiance spent over $500 on a bed for our kid when we lived in the shelter. And all you can spend is $80 measly dollars. I'm so happy you're out of my life. I'm happy you got your little $80 bed back that you were talking shit about. And I'm just happy. I'm just happy that I don't got to deal with you. I wish everybody luck that meets you along the way, and all the friends you make, I wish them luck. I feel like there should be like a warning sign when people meet you. Warning, beware, toxic heading your way. Dead ass. So people could know that you are toxic and that they need to be warned. It's also funny how you want to talk shit and you want to state that I used you for $300. 1, your man offered to buy me what he bought me, and it was $240, and I offered out of the kindness of my heart to triple the pay because he would have to wait a little longer for me to pay him back, because I couldn't pay him back in the next month, and I was going to pay him back in July. But you kept on telling me, no, don't worry about it. He doesn't need it. Don't worry about it. We're getting an extra income. He doesn't need it. He's getting about $2,000 for his kid. He doesn't need it. So I said, okay. But now you wanna start talking shit and stating that I used you for $300. Bitch, please. Before you came in the picture, I didn't ask anybody for anything. You saw my wardrobe. I have like literally maybe 5,000 tons of clothes. I have more clothes than you ever have. So let's not get it twisted, sweetheart. You even told me and Joey that your daughter, Beautiful and Curious, has more clothes than you and Mr. Whip and Sweet Baby Curls and Energizer Bunny. And on top of that, you wore the same 6, 7, 8 shirts over and over again. And I gave you clothes. I gave you 2 pairs of shorts. I gave you a shirt, a Bad Baby shirt, and I gave you something else. So in reality, I gave you 4 pieces of clothing. So, yeah. Yeah. So don't sit here and tell people that I used you for money. Because at the end of the day, you're using Mr. Textbooks for money. Because Mr. Textbooks sent you $200 for Sweet Baby Curls, and you only spent about maybe like, what, $40 out of that $200 on Sweet Baby Curls on 2 McDonald's meals. And that's it. You spend the rest of the money on vape pens, 3 vape pens, vape cartridges, and weed. And sorry if I don't know how to pronounce that word. I don't need that word in my vocabulary a lot because I don't smoke, so I don't need to know what that word is and what that word means or shit or whatever. But bitch, I'm grown. I don't need. Yes, I still need to grow more. And you want to know why I need to grow up more? So I can learn how not to deal with people like you. And I can learn that when I can learn and see in the beginning when someone's taking advantage of me. So, yeah. I need a little bit more growing. That way I can see when people are starting to take advantage of me. But wisely, I don't need any more growing because I'm much more mature than you. You are immature and you love drama, and that's something I don't condone and I don't want to put myself a part of. And I don't want to be a part of. And you just got mad because I wanted to kick you out of my life. And you were getting comfortable. And I kicked you out when you were getting comfortable. And that's not something you like. So, I also want to say another thing. Since I'm exposing, I'm going on the way. At least I don't have lice. And at least I don't have a child that keeps on getting lice. No matter how much I do the treatment. Hi, princess. Just decided to be in the video. I also want to say, to your next friends, I wish them luck. I want to warn your next friends. Toxic jealous will go in your refrigerator, your freezer, your kitchen cabinets, your bathroom cabinets. Rummage through your things. Try on your expensive shit that you buy. And I bet that wig that you tried on, I have to wash it. Because your family has lice. So even before I put that shit on my head, I have to wash it now. Because I'm not trying to get lice. So thank you very much for that. I gotta wash my $500 wig. Which I don't even need to wear. And I don't even put on. But now I have to wash it before I even choose to put it on, or even if I wanted to put it on, or whatever. Because your family has lice. Toxic jealous is next, friends. Her kids are obnoxious and loud. Her kids are annoying. Her daughter doesn't get love. Her 7-year-old daughter does not get love from her mother. So she chooses to hang on to toxic jealous's friends and get love from her friends. Because she doesn't get love and attention from her mother, so she tries to get it from her friends. So good luck with that. Toxic jealous is toxic. and jealous. If you're not ugly and you look good, you wear crop tops and little shorts or tights, toxic jealous is going to tell you to change. Because she's jealous and she doesn't want you dressing around. She doesn't want you dressing in crop tops and leggings around her man. She will tell you to wear long sleeve shirts. Don't wear dresses or shorts. She will tell you to either wear jeans and don't wear crop tops. So good luck with that. Toxic jealous will come into your house and act like she owns it. Act like she owns your speaker. Act like she owns your house. Go through your clothes, your kitchen cabinets, your bathroom cabinets. Go through your refrigerator and your freezers. So try to have a thick ass skin with toxic jealous and her family. This is a warning to toxic jealous next group of friends or next friend. And I wish you luck. Also, toxic jealous, I want to say something. So you want to go out there and make new friends, but you told me, and I quote, that Mr. Whip won't let you make new friends. In fact, when you met me, you had to ask Mr. Whip 4 times if you can come and hang out with me, because you didn't want to leave Mr. Whip with the kids. So, yeah, you gonna go out and make new friends? I wish you luck, baby girl. I wish you luck, and I wish them 10,000 more luck than I wish you. Because I feel like your only friend that you ever gonna have is your daughter, which is soon gonna create so much hatred towards you because the way you treat her and the way you talk to her, and your man, which is soon gonna leave you. Because he's going to find someone that doesn't abuse him as much as you do. And they're going to be left with nobody. Maybe just your sister and your mother that you don't even like. Because your mother tells you how to parent your children. Maybe she teaches you how to talk to your children too. Because obviously you verbally abuse them a little too much. Told me that your last friend left you because she couldn't take it. She couldn't take that you and Mr. Whip would always argue. She couldn't take that every time you and Mr. Whip would argue, she would tell you to leave Mr. Whip, and you never would have left him, and you never left him. So she left you. And that's another reason why I left, because y'all always used to argue, and Mr. Whip always used to put me and my man inside of the situation, and I was getting sick and tired of it. My man didn't want to be a part of any of this, and my man wasn't sick of it, but I was getting sick of it. This is my house. Yes, this is my man's house just as much as it's my house, but I'm head of household. So what I say, I'm head of household. My man is co-host. Head of household. So what I say goes. But a lot of people think that they can come in my house and do what they want and treat me how they want and talk to me how they want, and I'm just gonna sit there and let them. No. Not happening. If you want me to give you my list so you can see the names that are on my list, I can give you that. So you can see who's the bitch in charge of this apartment. And to be honest, toxic jealous, you're using Mr. Whip. You don't even have him on your lease. You don't even have him on your lease, dude. What kind of love is that? You so called say you love him. Hey, princess. You so called say you love him and that he's your world and that he's everything to you and da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. But you don't even have him on your lease. If Nitro was to come and was to see that you were letting him live there with, and not that you weren't paying rent, because that's a situation on your own, but that you were letting him live there and that he's not on your lease, he can get put out. Even if you say he's a children's father, you don't have him on your lease. You are retarded and stupid for that. And you're gonna get the man that you so-called say you love arrested. But you know what? Toxic jealous? I know, and my man know that you're using him. So every time you argue with him, go jump in front of a bus so I can go and get your insurance money. That's why you were so happy when Mr. Whip got insurance money. So because when he dies, that money goes to you. You're using him. Using him for his insurance money. And his SSI, because he gets more than you, because your dad did something to your Social Security that now you only get half your pay. So now because Mr. Whip gets the full SSI, you want to stand by him. Try me. I told you, I am not the one. I'm really not the one. If you're going to try to expose me, I'm going to expose you for everything that you told me. I am not the girl to mess with. I am a Taurus, and you are a Sagittarius. We will go head to head till this shit blows off in fire. I feel, honestly, like just leaving this video alone. Honestly, I don't want to talk about you on my channel anymore. I want this part 2 to be the last time I mention you on my channel, the last time I give you any clout on my channel. Even though you're not really getting clout, you kind of are, because you're watching the video, so you know who you are. So hi again. But you would be getting clout if I was using your real name, but I'm not, for legal purposes. And because I'm smart like that, and I know that if I was to use your real name, you could sue me for defamation. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But yeah. Also, another thing, toxic jealous. If you're trying to get me to lose my friends, if you're trying to get me to have no friends, if you're trying to make me as miserable and lonely as you, it's not gonna work, sweetheart. So stop trying. I am happy. I have everything you want and you can't get. I have a humongous apartment, which obviously I'm moving out of. I have my animals, I have my happiness, I have my health, and I have my life, baby girl. And you can't take any of that away. Also, I got a job, so yeah. I could have 0 friends and still be more happier than you will ever be. And also, I have a man that pays me attention and love and spoils me on occasions. So, yeah. Bring me down. It's gonna be very hard to bring me down, baby girl. It's gonna be like trying to move one of these walls from my apartment. And you can't move brick, baby girl. You can't move a brick wall, baby girl. So, stop trying. Go on your little quest for friends and leave me and my family alone. Because we are done and we're through with you. So, please be done and through with us. I know that you're jealous and toxic. And I know you want to make me as miserable as you. I also know you want me to feel pain and you want to make me feel lonely. Because that's everything you feel. And you're a bully. And bullies like to make other people feel the same pain. Because they don't want to see the people that left their life happy. Well, I made it easy for you, sweetheart. So you don't have to see me happy. So you don't have to see me accomplish my goals. I made it very easy for you, sweetheart. I blocked you on everything I had you on. So now you can go on with your life. Go make your fake little friends. And I can go on with my life and be happy. The same way that I was before I met you, April 25th. It's the same way I'm gonna be now after leaving you once again. Happy. Not worrying about you. Not thinking about you. This is going to be the last time I mention you. And we all know that you love clout. You love entertainment. That's why you watched my last video. And that's why you're gonna watch this one. You are a magnet to drama, baby girl. And that's something that I'm not. And that's why you're mad, because I removed myself from you. And you did not like that. Because you liked the 2 months of drama that you put on me. And when I removed myself from that, you got mad. But it's okay. Like I said before, I did not call ACS on you. And I was being hardcore honest. My man did. And at the point, I did not know he did. So that's one thing that you can take off your conscience. I did not call. My man called. 1. 2, I did not know what my man told the cops because I was gone for 10 to 12 minutes. And 3, you're going to get your $300 back. So don't worry about that. That money I owe you, I'm going to pay it back to you via check. So be aware of that. You'll be getting a check soon. Attached to it will be a note from me. And that'll be the last time you ever hear from me. Have a blessed life. Because I know I will. Closing the door to this friendship now. And locking it. Peace, toxic jealous. Peace, Mr. Whip. Later, Bunny, Energizer Bunny. Bye to her 2 daughters that I feel so bad for. Also, one more thing. You are the ugly one. Because I'm not the one, bitch, that has eczema. Okay? I don't have eczema. I wasn't born with it. I'm proud I wasn't born with it. You're the one that has little patches on your skin and patches on your face. So if anybody is ugly, it's you. Yeah, I break out from time to time, but I don't got patches. I don't look like Miss Patches. I feel bad for everybody out there that has that disorder. But you, God gave you that disorder for a reason. To make your face as ugly as your personality. But I'm pretty sure that it's gonna wear off from Sweet Baby Curls. Because Sweet Baby Girl Curls is as beautiful and sweet as her personality. And I'm pretty sure the reason why Beautiful and Curious didn't get your disgusting disease is because she's beautiful. And she will grow up to be beautiful. And that's why she didn't get those patches on her skin, because she's beautiful. And I'm pretty sure with the father that Sweet Baby Curls has, she'll wear out from it. It'll wear off sooner or later. Because she's sweet. And yeah. I told you don't come for me. Because I will come for you harder. Also, another thing. Remember the time where Beautiful and Curious' father's mother told you that she didn't want Mama's boy to see her daughter, and you were crying at like 4 a.m. because you wanted Beautiful and Curious to see her father, but she couldn't for a few because the whole situation that happened with Mama's boy and Mama's boy's mother, and you were scared that Beautiful and Curious was going to grow up without a dad. But instead of me and my man staying in our room like we should have done at like 3, 4 a.m, we came out to console you. We came out to give you advice and tell you everything was going to be all right. My man stood there and told you that he could relate to your situation, and you used that shit against him. You are toxic. You are jealous. And I wish everything for you well. You want to know why I wish well on you? Because in order for well and good and wealth to happen to me, I gotta wish well on my enemies. I gotta wish well on my haters. So that's what I'm doing. I wish you well. I wish your kids well. I wish nothing bad on you, and I am not jealous of you. Oh boy, I don't even know what I have to be jealous about. And I am not threatened by you. Go enjoy your life. Go try and get some friends. Because the only friends you have is your church group friends. So, yeah. Have a nice life. You want to come for me? I told you that I am not the one for you to come for. I told you, if you come for me, I'm going to come for you 20 times harder. That you came for me, I'm going to come for you 20 times harder. And you're not going to like it. Because I'm going to spill all the beans. And I told you that. I warned you. I warned you, baby girl. So it's not like you didn't see this coming. It's really not. Another thing. In the next 5, 3, or 6 years, when you're alone, you have no one. You're alone with your kids, and you feel that you need to apologize, and you feel the need that you need, please don't. Because if you do, you will be cursed out, and you will be blocked again. I no longer want you in my life. This time, I opened my doors, and I opened my arms, because I wanted to see who is toxic jealous. I wanted to know who you were. I wanted to know if you changed. Yeah, you changed. You changed for the worse. And there's so many people that I talk to, since we are no longer friends, that tell me that they have so many issues with you. So I wish you luck trying to find a friend. Someone that's going to stick around with you past 4 months. I know your church group sticks around. But I'm pretty sure they stick around because they're good people and because they have patience. A lot of people don't have as much patience as your church group does. And I'm pretty sure they only stay around. Number 2 is because they have kids and you guys have kids. Yeah. But remember the time where you stood over my house and then forgot that Beautiful and Curious had a bed to put together? And you had to ask my man, along with 2 other of your church friends groups, to help you put it together. Yeah, and my man bust his ass trying to put that shit together for you and your kids. And you got mad that day because I didn't want to stay over. Because you stood over my house. You can't force people to stay over. You can't. You can't. Someone doesn't want to stay over, you can't force them to stay over. And that's something that you need to learn. And I feel like that's something that you need to learn even before you make your next friend. But that's just my viewing on the situation. But please, don't come in my inbox. Don't reach out to me. Don't do anything. Because I don't want to hear it. I really don't. You will be cursed out and blocked once again. Peace. Toxic. But if you're going to sit there and you're going to call me ugly, when obviously you and me both know that I'm not ugly, then I'm going to sit here and I'm going to release all your demons, all your secrets that you're hiding from your man, and everything I think about you and your family, I'm going to release. Because if you're going to try to be evil to me, then the same's going to be released. Same energy is going to be released over here. You're as ugly as the patches on your body, baby girl. And those patches on your body really are ugly, just like you and your personality. Unlike you, hating and being jealous, I don't hate and be jealous. But when someone's going to talk bad on me and someone's going to spread lies about me, then you know what I'm going to do? My next step is to expose. And then if they want to try to expose me, but then the way that they expose me, they don't put in their full truth, then my next step is expose level number 2 with a side of violation. And that's what happened in this video. You did not only get exposed, but you got violated, baby girl. What's funny, right, is now that we're not friends, you want to sit there and call me ugly, right? But when we were friends, my clothes were cute. I was cute. I was beautiful. The way I dressed, I was beautiful. My personality was beautiful. My house was beautiful. The way I took care of your kids were beautiful. When I had to watch your kids because you had to go to an apartment viewing and Mr. Whip had to go back to the house, I was beautiful. Whenever I had to do a favor for you, I wasn't ugly. But now that we're not friends, I'm the most ugliest person you know. It's funny how things work out. But no, sweetheart, I'm not ugly. And neither is my personality and neither is my heart. You want to know what's ugly? You're ugly. Your face is ugly. Your body's ugly. You look like a freaking gorilla/cow. On top of that, your personality's ugly and your attitude's ugly. Nothing's ugly over here on this side of the screen. You want to know why? Because I go out of my way for people. I do things for people. And then after they get their way and I no longer want to deal with them and I put my foot down, then I'm the most ugliest person on earth. But when I was doing things for them and when I was putting my heart out for them and when I was going out of my way for them, I wasn't ugly. But then after we're no longer friends, I put my foot down and I say what I gotta say. I say what has been bothering me. Then I'm the most ugliest person on earth. It's funny how your logic in your head works. It's funny how that works in your head. People lend you clothes. When people lend you or give you clothes, they're not ugly. When people do things for your kids, they're not ugly. When people do things for you and your man, they're not ugly. But when people no longer want to deal with you, when people want no longer to be your friend, when people put their foot down and they tell you what has been bothering them, then they're the most ugliest person on earth. That is the most dumbest thing I've ever heard. But if that's the way you want to live your life and run your life, go ahead. Because running your life that way, you're never going to have friends, baby girl. But you know what? In your book, I'm okay with being the villain to your story. Because you're never going to tell people what you've done for me, the good and the bad, and what your daughters did, and what your daughter used to do to me, how she used to grope on me. You're never going to say that. You're never going to say how you threatened me. You're never going to say how you said that you was going to call animal control on me. No, you're never going to say that part of the story. Because that part of the story is going to make you look just as bad as my fiance calling ACS on you. And you don't want to make yourself seem bad and evil because you want friends. So at the end of the day, you're going to make me and my fiance look like we're the villains. Like we're evil and like we're so bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because at the end of the day, I don't care. Because I know what I did for you. God knows what I did for you. And I'm beautiful. My soul is beautiful. My personality is beautiful. And I'm beautiful. Like I said, you're ugly. Your personality's ugly. Your attitude's ugly. And you look like a freaking cow/gorilla. That's ugly. You want to sit there and call people ugly? People can sit there and call you ugly right back. And by the way, you're not getting to me, sweetheart. Because at the end of the day, I know my worth. And I know my personality. I know how sweet and beautiful I am. I know how sexy, gorgeous, and pretty I am. I know what I did for you. I know what you did for me. Don't worry, you're going to get your money back in August. So prepare to get a check from my address. And yeah, that's that. I know where I stand. I know who I am. I know what I did. I know what I didn't do. So go ahead, spread lies. Do what you usually do when you lose a friend or when somebody no longer wants to deal with you. Because I'm okay with that. Right now, I'm living my life like I don't even know you. Like you don't even exist. People keep coming in my inbox talking to me about the situation, wanting to know, what happened. And I tell them my fault and what I did and what my fiance did. Because I'm not afraid to lose people. But since you don't have a lot of people, you're afraid to lose people. And since you want people to think that I'm the villain and I'm the enemy and you want people to agree with you, You're never gonna tell people what you did bad to me. Because they're gonna tell you you're just as bad as them. You're just as bad as her man calling ACS. And that's something that you will never admit. You will never admit to your church group that you threatened me, or that you said that you was gonna call animal control on me. Because that's gonna be just as bad as what my fiance did to you. And that's something you would never do, because you're ugly, inside and out. And you will never show your true colors to anybody but the people that actually do things for you, and then at the end of the day, choose not to anymore. I also want to point out that a girl's not ugly unless you have beef with her. If you don't have beef with her, she is the most beautiful girl on earth. And those are your words. Oh, she's cute. Oh, she dressed cute. Da 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 da. But once that girl or that person has beef with you, that person becomes the most hideous person that you have ever met in your life. Because I was not ugly through your eyes until I send that text message stating how I felt in the last 2 to 3 months and telling you off. Then I became the most ugliest person. Why? Because my beauty and my intelligence told you off. And that's something that you don't like. You don't like people to make you feel tiny and small. And that's what I did. And you don't like that. That's a bully. Bullies like to always feel like they're on top of people, feel like they're better than people. And they like to take somebody's personality and make that personality into a little tiny crumb. Make that person feel so small about themselves. But I'm sorry, you can't do that to me. I have too much self-love for myself for you to make me feel like I'm the most tiniest person on earth. You will never be on top of me. Ever. Because I know who I am. And I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I'm capable of. I know what my intelligence are capable of. And that's that. Screams insecurity issues. Major insecurity issues. Because I could have beef with 10,000 girls. But I will never, ever call them ugly. Unless they are. Unless their attitude's ugly. Or unless their personality's ugly. And trust me, you are not the most beautiful girl out there. You and your two-colored hair, orange, red, and black, whatever you want to call it, you look like a clown walking around with your orange, red, black hair, your two-toned hair. You look like a damn clown. On top of that, you got a round-ass face that looks like a cow, and your body's shaped like a fucking Oompa Loompa. You want to sit there and call me ugly and violate me and talk shit? I can sit here and call you ugly and violate you and talk shit. So, yeah. Me, on the other hand, my face is thin. I might have a chunky face, but that's because I got meat on my body. I'm thick and beautiful. And everybody knows that you wish that you were me and you had my body. But you're not, and you can't, and you won't. So good luck. Try to get maybe liposuction or something. Maybe you make some improvements. But you want to know what's funny? I'm not just beautiful in the outside. I'm beautiful in the inside because I do shit for people. I go out of my way for people. And I shouldn't do that. And I'm not going to do that anymore. From now on, I'm just going to do me, my fiance, and take care of my animals like I were doing before April 25th, before I got your friend request, before I added you back into my life. I'm also going to put this out there. Yes, you paid to get my eyebrows done. But in reality, you wanted to pay to get my eyebrows done. Because I could have paid to get my own eyebrows done. So before you go out there and be like, oh, I even paid to get her eyebrows done. No, sweetheart, you wanted to. You wanted to. So take your cow face, gorilla looking body, insecurities, jealousy, and go put that into somebody else's life. Go ruin somebody else's health and somebody else's life, because I'm not the one. Because you didn't ruin my health. You didn't ruin my life. You didn't ruin my happiness. I am the same person that I was before I got your friend request April 25th. So, yeah. But yeah, I am the same person that I was before April 25th, before you hit me up and gave my life more toxicness, but also taught my life more experiences. That same beautiful, pretty, sexy, gorgeous girl that I was on April 24th, before I met your toxic ass, I'm the same girl. But now, just with my walls up a little higher. I'm the same girl that is still gonna be helpful and still gonna go out my way to do things, but now I'm gonna go out of my way on my time to do things for people, not on their time. And I'm gonna take my time to understand situations now, and I'm not gonna just jump when someone tells me to do things or someone asks me for favors. I'm gonna think about it before I say yes. And also, before I say yes to favors now, I'm also going to talk to my fiance on if I feel like the person is taking advantage of us or using us. That's what you taught me. You taught me not just to jump into situations anymore and help people voluntarily like I used to. You taught me to look at the situation from a different perspective before I even say yes. So thank you for that. I also want to put out there that toxic jealous is very toxic and jealous, because if there's a girl out there that she has beef with and that girl looks better than her 10 times, 20 times, 50, 100 times better than her, through toxic jealous's eyes, that girl's always going to be ugly. And because I am dealing with toxic jealous, I can say that on a personal level. I know who she is and I know what she's about. There was this other girl that her man cheated on her with. We're gonna call her Rolly. Because I don't have permission to put her name out there. So we're gonna put her Rolina. And because the girl almost took toxic jealous's man to toxic jealous, that girl was ugly and hideous and weird and stupid. But we all know that in reality, that girl looks 10, 20, 50 times better than toxic jealous. And toxic jealous is just jealous because the girls that she interacts with look better than her. And that's just it. So you can stay jealous all you want. You didn't bring me down. You didn't make me mad. You didn't do anything to me. I'm still walking around with my head up high. And yeah, I'm still happy and healthy and I'm still doing well. On top of that, I'm gonna find a friend that was better than you in every way. A friend that wasn't toxic for my health. A friend that wasn't jealous of me. A friend that didn't feel like I was a threat to her and her man. When in reality, baby girl, I don't want your man. Your man is not my type in any way. To me, your man is ugly and disgusting. And that's how I feel about your mans. And in reality, I like men that are light-skinned and that can cook. And I got that. So I don't need your man. I don't want a man that the only thing he can serve up is his ass on a chair, a controller in his hand, and a penis in his pants. That's not all I want in a man. But we all know that that's all you want in a man. A man that sits on his ass and can give you penis whenever. Sorry, I have higher standards for the people that I date. I like my man to respect me physically, emotionally, and mentally. I like my man to cook for me and satisfy me in all my needs, physically, emotionally, and mentally. So it's okay that you might think I'm a threat to you and your man, but in reality, baby girl, I don't want your man. I don't want your life. I don't. I'm so happy that I don't gotta deal with you and your toxicness and your jealousness. I can't wait to meet my new set of friends. I can't wait to meet people that are not toxic for my health or for me or for my man or are not jealous of me or don't feel that I'm a threat or don't tell me what I should and shouldn't wear. I am 22 years old. I could wear a crop top and a pair of shorts if I want to. I'm sorry that you have a gut from you having 3 kids and I don't. Because we all know that's also a part of the reason why you're jealous. Because you have you've had like about 5 pregnancies. Don't forget, I didn't forget about the other 2 kids that you told me about that you gave up for in foster care. So you had about like 5 kids, and you want me to look like you. You want every pregnant person to look like you, fat and ugly. And the reason that because I didn't look like you and I didn't have a big ass gut like you did. You were jealous because I had 1 kid and I still looked like I had none. I still walked around like I did not have any pregnancies at all. And you want people to look like you so your man won't flirt with them. I'm sorry, baby girl. It's not going to happen here. I'm too pretty, too beautiful, too gorgeous, too sexy to look like a cow like you. And even if I looked fat, trust and believe I would take better care of myself than you ever do. On top of that, I would never look like you. And we all know that the next group of friends you have are going to be fat and ugly like you. So you won't have to feel threatened of them. And you won't think that your man's flirting with them or looking at them or staring at them in any way. So good luck on your new group of friends. Toxic Jealous's new group of friends, this message for you. If you need like 2 bottles of ibuprofen or aspirin, or Tylenol, let me know. Hit me up. I'll send you some because you're going to need one thing, toxic jealous. It doesn't matter how many people you talk to. They're all going to come back to me. Especially if they're my friends and my people. They're always going to come back to me and tell me what you said. That's 1. 2, we all know that you're always going to make yourself feel look like you're the innocent one. And then I'm always going to have to tell them the actual story. And trust and believe I'll be flattered to do that. But, it would save me some time if you could actually just be upfront and tell people the real shit that happened instead of just trying to make you look like you're the most bestest friend on earth when honestly you're not. But it is what you do. You lie. You want friends. So obviously you're going to make me look like the bad guy. But the people you talk to, if they believe it or not, they could believe it if they want to believe it. But some of the people you talk to, they don't believe it because they know the person I am. They know I go out of my way. They know that you have taken advantage of me. And they know that you lie. And they know that you're toxic and jealous. So you can go talk your shit, talk about me, leave out the details of all the shit that you have done to me, all the shit that you have said to me, all the toxic comments, all the jealousy comments, and everything. And I'll just explain to them everything that has happened, the real story, while you just tell them your little story that you made up in your head to make yourself look like you're innocent. It's okay. I don't mind just retelling them the story from the beginning. It's fine. We both know if you was to actually tell them the real story, we both know that you're going to be too scared to do that because at the end of the day, you're going to lose friends. And that's something that you're not willing to do. So at the end of the day, you're going to lie to make yourself look like you're the bigger person and you're the better person and you're the nicer person and you did so much for me. When in reality, people know how much I did for you. So it's okay. I'll be the villain a part of your story. That's fine. Because at the end of the day, I know what I did for you. I know how much I did for you. how toxic you were for my health. I know that I was not jealous of you, threatened of you, and I was not toxic for your health. I did a lot for you, but not anymore. So I really hope you enjoy your life. I wish you luck. I wish your family luck. I wish your children luck. But I'm really happy I don't gotta deal with you anymore. So, yeah, have a nice life. And I wish your new friends luck as well. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Toxic Jealous, I really hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, this was my part 2. I feel bad for those kids. I feel bad for her daughters at that, because always one daughter is going to be treated better than the other just because the way she feels about the fathers. And yeah, so I wish you luck, Toxic Jealous. Beautiful and curious, good luck. I hope you grow to be a beautiful and wonderful young woman with the parent that you have. And yeah. Again, I didn't call ACS on you. My man did.
I did.
There you go. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button, that post notification bell button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family and anybody else you guys think that will enjoy this video. Don't forget to add me on all my social media links. They'll all be linked down in the description below. And bye-bye, Toxic. Peace, y'all. See you in the next video.